Notice your shoulders right now. Where are they? They have been somewhere near your ears for so long that you have forgotten this is not where they are supposed to rest. Your jaw too, feel it, tight. Your breath shallow, sitting somewhere between your ribs instead of traveling all the way down. Your body has learned a posture, beloved. It has been holding this posture for years. And it has been holding it so long that you have stopped recognizing it as posture at all. You have started calling it normal. Tonight, I want to tell you something your body has been waiting to hear. When God sends the right man, the one He has been preparing for you while you were learning how to survive without Him, the posture comes down. Not because you finally fixed yourself, not because you finally said the right prayer or waited the right number of months, but because what is coming is not a repainting of your walls. It is a demolition, one wall at a time, until you discover that there was space here all along. You have been living between 5 walls, beloved. 5 specific kinds of weight that have shaped your interior life so completely that you cannot see them anymore. They have become the architecture of your existence. You walk past them without noticing. You arrange your life around them. You have accepted them as just what rooms have, but they are not. And the man God is forming for you was forged specifically so that not one of these 5 walls follows you into the home He is going to build with you. The first wall is confusion. You know this wall. It is the wall of conversations you have to translate after they end. It is 11 p.m. and you are rereading his last message for the 4th time, and you open a conversation with your friend and type, "What do you think he meant by this?" You attach a screenshot. You wait. Because you cannot interpret your own relationship without a witness. You have been a translator in your own love story. Beloved, not a participant. Working full-time to decode a language that should never have been encoded in the first place. When God sends the right man, that wall is not in the house. Because James 5:12 says it with striking simplicity. Let your yes be yes, and your no be no. That is not a verse about being blunt. That is a verse about being knowable. A man who cannot say what he means cannot be truly loved, because there is no one stable for you to love, only the version you reconstructed from his fragments. The man God is preparing for you has been learning a discipline that most men never learn, the discipline of plain speech. Somewhere in his life, probably in a season of failure that you will never know the details of, he learned that ambiguity is a form of cowardice. That hiding behind unclear words is not kindness. It is fear dressed as politeness. And when he arrives, you will not need a translator. You will simply know where you stand. Without the friend group counsel, without the screenshot, without the 11 p.m. text. The second wall is anxiety. This is the wall of the body that never quite rests. The wall of waking at 3 a.m. and reaching for the phone before you are even fully conscious, checking, scanning, trying to read whether the storm is coming today. The wall of the chest that tightens when you have not heard from him in 6 hours and you cannot remember what you said last that might have driven him away. Your nervous system has been on duty, beloved, for years. You have been carrying a vigilance that has cost you sleep, cost you peace, cost you the simple pleasure of an ordinary afternoon. When God sends the right man, that wall is not in the house. Think of Martha in Luke 10. Jesus has come to visit her home in Bethany. Mary is at his feet, listening, and Martha is in the kitchen, anxious, certain that everything will collapse if she does not hold it together. She marches out and complains, and Jesus speaks one of the gentlest sentences in all of Scripture. Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. He did not scold her. He named what her body was doing and offered her a different posture. Martha had been doing what so many women do, carrying the imagined collapse of the room as her personal assignment. And Jesus, in that house, was the first man who refused to let her carry it alone. The man God is preparing for you is being shaped by that same Jesus. He is learning what it means to lower a woman's nervous system instead of raise it. He is learning that his presence is supposed to feel like settling, not static. And when he arrives, your body will begin to remember something it has not done in a very long time. It will start to unclench, not by your effort, by his presence. The third wall is the one you feel in your feet. It is the wall of walking carefully through your own house, of listening for the sound of his keys in the door to gauge what kind of night this is going to be, of timing difficult conversations to his mood, his hunger, his last beer, of rehearsing sentences 3 times in your head before you speak them. You have spent more emotional preparation on a single Tuesday evening conversation than most professionals spend on a job interview. And you did all of it just to feel safe saying what you actually think. When God sends the right man, that wall is not in the house. Look at David in the cave at En-Gedi. Saul has been hunting him for years. David has been running, sleeping in caves, surviving on almost nothing. And then one day, Saul walks alone into the very cave where David is hiding, vulnerable, at David's mercy. His men whisper that the Lord has delivered the enemy into his hand. And David, in that silence, sneaks forward and cuts only a corner from Saul's robe. That is it. He chooses, in the dark of that cave, not to use the power he has. That moment is the school every man must attend before God can trust him with a woman. Because a man who has not learned to lower his weapon when he could use it, a man who has not learned that power restrained is more masculine than power unleashed, will fill a house with eggshells. The man God is preparing for you has been in his own cave. He has had his own moment of choosing, and he learned, in a season you will never know the details of, to put the sword down. Because self-control is not the absence of power, beloved. It is the disciplined refusal to use it against the one you love. When he arrives, you will be able to say what you think without rehearsing, where you can be tired or sad or wrong, and the room does not reorganize itself around his reaction. Before I continue, I want to pause and speak to 3 of you specifically, because I know who is listening. Some of you are married, and your husband still builds some of these walls. Hear me carefully. That does not automatically mean you chose wrong. It can mean he is still being formed inside the covenant, and the God who demolishes walls before vows continues that work after vows. Recognition is the first step toward intercession, not toward panic. But if what you are recognizing is not formation in progress, if you are unsafe, controlled, threatened, or harmed, please seek immediate help from trusted people and qualified professionals. God does not ask you to call danger devotion. He does not ask you to call coercion submission. Wisdom is not the enemy of faith. Sometimes the most spiritual thing a woman can do is pick up the phone and tell the truth to someone who can help her. Some of you are recognizing every single wall as a description of your current home, all 5. Beloved, do not act tonight. Do not make a decision at midnight, but do not ignore what just got named either. Talk to a pastor you trust. Talk to a Christian counselor. Talk to someone who can see your situation in the daylight. What is real deserves real care that does not come from a YouTube video. And some of you are recognizing these walls from before there was ever a boyfriend from your father's house, from a childhood that built them into you when you were too small to know. The right man is not your therapist. He will not heal what is not his to heal. That work is between you and God, and sometimes between you and a counselor trained to walk with you through it. He does not build new walls, but he also cannot single-handedly demolish the ones that were built before he arrived. That is sacred work that begins inside of you. The 4th wall, you know, in your shoulders.